I know you opened Procreate for the first time and thought, what the heck is going on? Or maybe you're using it already, but you're only confident in the basic functions, and as soon as it gets to something like layer, you get absolutely lost. Well, that won't be the case anymore by the end of this video. Trust me, I published the whole book using this bad boy and Procreate only. And if my ADHD brain could learn it, then so can yours. I'm gonna be taking you through my entire art process from start to finish, from making the canvas, to sketching, to lining, to coloring, to exporting your drawing, so you can actually see what it looks like in practice. So stay till the end. Trust me, it's not gonna look as scary anymore once you're done with this video. Before we get started, oh my god, I have to tell you something. I want to tell you that I really respect you for being here and pushing yourself to learn something new. Even though I've been drawing for almost a decade, I never stopped learning from other artists, even after I went full-time. That's why I love taking classes on Skillshare and learning from artists from all over the world without having to leave my room. Oh my god, this week I took this coloring class by Sarah Holiday that completely changed the way I view color, that completely changed the way I pick my color palettes. It changed everything, and I thought I knew everything, and that's never the case. She went from breaking down the basics like hue, saturation, value to giving practical draw long format tips so you can practice what you learned hassle-free. And honestly, that was my favorite part of it. Again, it wasn't just information, it was like, hey, do this and practice like this, and then I just got it. If I could wipe my memory and do that course again, I would, but there are so many others on Skillshare. Skillshare has creative classes taught by world-class creatives like professional illustrators, renowned graphic designers, and successful entrepreneurs. It is the best place to learn a creative skill or pick up a new hobby. If you're looking to reconnect with your creativity this year, Skillshare is the place to go. Seriously guys, the sky is the limit when it comes to Skillshare and improving your creative skills or learning new ones. And I really want you to experience that for yourself. That's why the first 500 people to use my link in the description or scan the QR code will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So when I open Procreate, the first thing I do is create a new canvas. You can pick from all sorts of sizes, but I just go with square because it's easy to Instagram and everything like that. And obviously the first step to making a drawing is the sketch. If you don't have my squishy brushes, the 6B pencil from Procreate's sketching set is the closest thing you'll get to a really nice sketching brush, but I use my own one that I created. You can get my brushes and Procreate assets in the description. I'm gonna be sketching a really cute, really simple cat, and I can't really say too much about the sketching process because this is not quite a drawing tutorial, this is more of a Procreate functions tutorial. So I'll see you when the sketch is ready. Safe to say my sketching process is a huge mess. I undo so much, it's embarrassing, that's why I never stream, but I want to leave these screw-ups here just so you see that I'm human as well, and I do undo a lot. And just draw the same line over and over and over until I'm satisfied with it. It's a whole thing. Now that it's time to do the line art, I decrease the opacity of the sketching layer. That's gonna help me line over it and have it not interfere. Then I add a new layer on top of the sketching layer, and I take my squishy lining pen, you can use whatever lining brush you want, and I begin with the line art. The reason why we add a new layer on top is because we want to be able to remove the sketch layer entirely after we're done lining. And yes, my lining process is also an absolute mess. I undo even more times than I undo during sketching. And at this stage, after drawing for my whole life, I'm not even ashamed of it anymore. It's just my process. Like, you see how many attempts it took me to line the perfect tail in one go? And I do this thing for a living, so like, please do not be self-conscious about how many attempts lining takes you, or anything takes you, really. Like, how many times did I have to go over that thigh? Oh my gosh. Lining is my favorite part of the process though. It's so soothing and it feels like meditation. And I do believe that my squishy lining pen can change your life, so make sure you get it in the description. Here, I just flipped the canvas so I can look at the drawing flipped. Our eyes get really used to seeing the same drawing, so when you flip it, it's like hitting refresh on your eyeballs. In order to flip the canvas, I just press on the screen like for a while, so that little menu comes up, and I just press flip canvas, and then I can fix whatever mistakes I see. An alternative to this would be taking maybe a half-hour break from your drawing, but if you don't want to take a break, just flip your canvas and it's gonna look like you're looking at it for the first time, and all the flaws that your eyeballs were hiding from you before because you were used to looking at them will be revealed to you. But now that the line work is done, we're ready to go back into layers and actually hide the sketching layer. For that, just go into layers and untick the sketching layers box, add a new layer under the line layer, set the line layer to reference mode, and on the new layer that's under the line layer, I know, a lot of layers, we're gonna pick the base color. What reference mode does is that you can fill the shape that you've set as reference without having to do it on the same layer as the lines. You do not have to use reference mode, but you absolutely have to do the coloring layer under the line art layer. So I add a new layer over
the base color layer and I set it to clipping mask. That way, everything I color will stay within my shape, but I'll be able to erase the new color without erasing any of the base color. Taking a light beige, I like to draw the chest and the belly. This is going to be a Bengal cat, so there's going to be a lot of different colors, and I really like to separate my colors layer by layer. That way I can edit each one without damaging the other ones, if that makes any sense. Now it's time for one of my signature touches, which is pink ears with white ear tufts. I kind of just started doing that with all my cats and people kind of love it, so now it's time for another new layer, and I'm gonna start with the dark Bengal spots. I have a pretty defined system when it comes to cat coloring, especially tabby Bengals. I follow the same pattern all the time. 3 stripes on the top of the head. That's just kind of my golden ratio. 2 dots for eyebrows. Now, depending on how you place your dots, it's gonna change the facial expression of the cat. So if you place them higher, it's gonna look curious. If you place them lower, it's gonna look angry or a little mad. And then always 2 stripes on the cheeks. That just creates such a nice balance for the face that I never change this ratio unless my client wants me to. Then I go in and I draw little stripes on the chest. I'm drawing this without a reference, so I'm just taking all the stripes and markings from my imagination, honestly. And now my favorite part of the Bengal, which is the little leopard dots. Now, these are really confusing for people when they just start to draw Bengals, but all you have to do is draw little beans that form a circle in each other and make them all different, and then you fill them in the middle on a new layer with like an orange or whatever color you want. But I work with one color at a time to simplify the process for my ADHD brain, so I'm finishing all the dark colors first. And then on the new layer that's under the dark color layer, I'm gonna fill the little dots with a bright brown red. That is gonna make that leopard print dot look so effortless, and it's really, really satisfying to draw. So honestly, the secret here is just learning your layers, learning how the order of the layers affects what you're doing. So if you put a color under another color, then it's gonna be under that color on the drawing. Honestly, it's really simple. It just takes getting used to. If you do like drawing like this, then I am really excited to invite you to my art club. While I'm doing this, I'd like to reveal a secret that I've been keeping from you. I'm starting an art club for people like me who are either on the spectrum or are kids, or actually really anyone who honestly just does not feel like leaving their house to start a new hobby. I am starting a squishy art drawing club. For less than $5 per lesson, we're gonna get together once a week, make new friends, draw squishy animals, and unwind after a hectic week of real life happening. So find that link in the description, and I'm really, really excited to see you there. I've gotten so much interest for this that I finally decided to make it a reality. Alright, after you've been working so close for a while, remember to zoom out and see what it looks like. I zoomed out and decided to just fill a little bit more dark spots. I went back to the layer with the dark spots just so every color is organized in its own layer. I'm a little bit OCD like that, but you know, bear with me. And I decided to not go with the more dots on the face. That just was not a good look, but thank God for undo. And that is our Bengal. How easy was that? And how basic are the Procreate functions that I use in order to draw squishy cats for a living full time? If you want to draw squishy with me, oh my God, come to the art club. We are waiting for you. I am so obsessed with how this turned out. Oh my goodness.
Okay, give me a hand here. Comment down below yes or no if this tutorial was helpful for you, and if you drew something along with me, send it to my Instagram DM. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss more art, Procreate, and squishy animal drawing tips, and I'll see you in the next video.